We've got some good recruiting news for the Ohio State Buckeyes on today's show. 2 commits have committed to the Buckeyes. Two recruits have committed is proper terminology. Over the past couple days for the 2026 cycle, we'll break down those guys. And if you want more Ohio State football updates, news, recruiting, spring practice coverage, we have you covered. Hit that sub button for more free videos all throughout the offseason and, of course, in Season 2. YouTube.com/GoBucks. First up is 4-star offensive tackle Sam Greer. He committed to the Buckeyes on Tuesday. This is an offensive tackle recruit. He is number 188 overall per the 24/7 Sports Composite. He ranks as the 7th player in the state of Ohio. I always consider it a win when you're keeping top 10 players in state. And it's not always the case. Like, gonna throw shade here. You don't need to have a top 10 recruit in South Dakota. Like, he might not be that good. But in Ohio, top 10 normally is top 250. It's a pretty good recruiting hotbed overall. He's a 4-star, like I mentioned, the number 17th ranked tackle in the class as well. Sam Greer posting this, by the way, on social media. It's been an amazing journey. Grateful to have been surrounded by so many good people on my way. Thank you to all the coaches that have believed in me, although he did typo on coaches. Put out there. Kidding, it's fine. Helped develop me. I'll be forever thankful. And in the end, I've decided to commit to the Ohio State University. Look, I like getting offensive line recruits, especially top-end ones. You can go look at my CFB 25 recruiting strategy. I get a lot of offensive linemen because I don't want to have issues up front. That's how your entire offense can collapse. I want to have as much quality depth as possible. That is not easy to do, especially in the NIL era, the transfer portal era. It's challenging. Those guys are good. They're going to try to jump ship and go somewhere else, but the way you do that is try to consistently add a multiple top offensive lineman each and every single cycle, and hopefully, maybe the Buckeyes don't always have to rely on multiple transfers each year. It's Ohio State. If you want to get one, great, go do it. But I think they could do a little bit better with just with recruiting, signing, and developing their offensive lineman. Hopefully, this is a good start. So if you have names in mind here for the 2026 recruiting cycle that you want to commit to Ohio State, show it. Drop that name for me in the comments section of today's show. Now, we had the 4-star tackle, also had the 3-star 2026 interior offensive lineman. That was Tucker Smith, who committed to the Buckeyes on Wednesday. This one not nearly as highly touted, at least for now. We'll have that same conversation again. 799 overall. Buckeyes going all the way out to Arizona for this one. He's the number 10 player in the state. Tucker Smith announcing his commitment on Wednesday night, saying, "I am proud and truly blessed to announce my commitment to continue my football career at The Ohio State University. Go Bucks." I think Bill Kurlick of 24/7 Sports has some good info here. It says, while Smith is ranked as a 3-star prospect, he is someone the Buckeyes really like and are happy to snap up. He is a mauler on the field, and if you watch his huddle video, you will see someone that I think is going to end up being a solid 4-star prospect before all is said and done, which is not a unique take to us here either. You brought in a new offensive line coach in Tyler Bowen, I think. He has been great. He's got 3 commits along the offensive line since being hired in February. Now, obviously, it's not just him that's in charge there, but when you're getting multiple offensive linemen commit, the 4-star Maxwell Riley, the 4-star Sam Greer, and you're getting a 3-star interior offensive lineman who might not stay as a 3-star recruit, I think that's a good start for the new offensive line coach. And again, I doubt the 3-star or 3 stars when you get more of them eventually stay as 3 stars. This is someone the Buckeyes have identified as this guy's good, and in general, you often see the recruiting services lag. Check it again in a month, 2 months, 3 months, whatever. I bet he's moved up the rankings by then. Now, you can get the Ohio State Football National Championship gear by going to chatsports.com/OSU Champs. Link will be in the comments section and the description of today's show. That's chatsports.com/OSU Champs. Hats, hoodies, T-shirts, and long sleeves and everything else kind of in between. Get your National Championship Buckeye gear today. Link will be in the comments and the description of today's show. That brings it to the other class members of the 2026 recruiting cycle. Obviously, Chris Henry Jr. is the gem, the star for the time being. Jacob Weatherspoon out there is the 4-star athlete. Corbin Fordham is the 4-star tight end. And then Jaden Ricketts, who, again, whenever the Buckeyes add a receiver, makes me think, okay, this guy's going to be good. And I bet he moves up the rankings as well. So after the latest commitment batch, which, again, it's still a smaller class for Ohio State, the Buckeyes now check in at 12th in the class of 2026. And as we've seen every year since the recruiting rankings became a thing, that will not stay that way. The Buckeyes will continue to rise. You'll notice a lot of the schools have high volume because that's how the rankings are determined, right? USC's got 16 commits. Of course, they're number one. They got a bunch of 4-stars in there, too. Clemson's at number 2. LSU's at 3 with 9. A&M has 9. You know, Kansas has 13. It's the volume there. Oregon's got 8. Penn State's got 9. Tennessee has 8. Louisville has 11. Illinois has 10. When we check in again, and even into August at the latest, I think you will very much see OSU up there. I remember the 1 year Tennessee had the greatest summer class ever, and then they just slowly lost players and they left and decommitted, and then there was the McDonald's bag thing, and ended up not being how it finished out. What matters is not the start, but the finish, even though a good start helps you. So where will Ohio State finish in the 2026 recruiting rankings? Kind of feel like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. Seems unlikely. Let me know in the comments section of today's show. Finally, Xavion Heiter, the number 1 ranked back, is set to visit Ohio State this weekend. He hails out of Virginia, which I go back and look at the last time I saw a Virginia recruit ranked, really highly rated for any of the shows we've done, frankly. I'm sure I'm missing somebody, so I apologize for that. 5-star recruit, number 13 overall. As mentioned, the number 1 ranked player in the class at the position at running back, and number 1 player in the state, too. The 24/7 Sports site has added kind of some warm interest, warm, not hot, but these guys are pushing pretty hard for him. Tennessee, Michigan, Georgia, and Ohio State. Look, this is just kind of how things go. There's always going to be from these top-tier teams. Tennessee, remember, is not that far from Virginia. People tend to forget that sometimes. So keep an eye on Heiter being an option for the Buckeyes. Now, speaking of backs, let's discuss the current ongoing RB3 battle. Maybe it could be Bo Jackson. James Peoples and C.J. Donaldson are obviously going to be the top 2 backs in kind of a 1A, 1B, flip the roles if you want to, committee over the course of the season. But RB3 is going to play some too. Now, they have Bo Jackson as the 4-star recruit, number 122 overall, the number 6 ranked back. Isaiah West comes in. Anthony Rogers was kind of a signing day flip and win for the Ohio State Buckeyes as well. So they have some options. And the other option that is back is Sam Williams-Dixon, kind of under the radar, by the way. Hopped in the portal and then said, actually, no, I'm not going to leave. I'm going to stick around and stay here. So, SWD, Bo Jackson, 2, I think, fun names there. Names to monitor for that RB3 battle. And, we'll see if Williams-Dixon sticks around in 2026. That's a future conversation, but I think that's an under-the-radar roster battle to watch. It's just depth purposes, right? That's the end of today's video. Thank you all so much. We appreciate your support. Do me a favor by liking today's video right now.